I'm Sensei Alex Kakuyo, North American Correspondent for Buddhistdoor Global. Thanks for joining me for this episode of The Ordinary Buddhist. The title of today's talk is Fixing the Broken Things. Before we get into that, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post talks in the future. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great too. We're entering a new phase here in the homestead. Summer is slowly but surely coming to an end. The days are getting shorter and cooler. There's more rain. And there's less work to do in the garden and the orchard. But that doesn't mean there's less work to do on the homestead. It's simply changing. My focus is going from growing food to now doing woodworking projects, building tables, chairs, benches, etc. That's the fun stuff, the stuff I like to do. But there's also some things that aren't quite so fun. Repairs, reinforcing the structures for our rabbits and our chickens, replacing that rickety stair that leads down to the basement, removing and replacing rotten wood in our garden beds. One thing I've learned from homesteading is something is always either broken or about to break. And no sooner do you fix one thing than something else breaks. And this is just part of life. It's something I have to deal with if this is the lifestyle I want to live. Something is always broken, and it's my job to fix it. And that's true of living and working on a homestead, but it's also true of life in general, which is why the first noble truth of Buddhism tells us life is suffering. And when Buddha said that, he wasn't trying to scare us, he was simply wanting us to understand the nature of our existence. There's the fun things that we all like to do, having a good conversation with friends, sitting down to a wonderful meal. But there's also the not so fun things, the broken things, the death of a loved one, the loss of a job, the destruction of a relationship that we hold dear. There's always something broken or about to break in our human existence. And we can get very down on ourselves and very upset and have a woe is me relationship, or we can practice acceptance towards these things and simply understand that our job as Buddhist practitioners and as human beings is simply to see the things that are broken, and if we can, fix them. And if we can't, we find a way to live with them. To do otherwise is simply to invite unnecessary suffering into an existence that already has enough suffering as it is. And there's no need for us to heap more things upon them. So we can get upset and frustrated about that rickety stair going down into the basement, or we can see it as an opportunity to learn a new skill. We can get angry about that fix we need to make to one of the animal enclosures, or we can be happy that we have the opportunity to keep them safe. The choice is ours when we're working on a homestead or when we're dealing with life in general. We can be angry and upset about our misfortune, or we can be grateful that we have the opportunity to rise to the occasion. Accepting the fact that once we deal with this broken thing over here, something new will break over there. Not because we're bad people or we've done something wrong, but simply because that's how life works. And thankfully, you, me, all of us have these Buddhist teachings and practices to fall back on when we're not sure what to do. Amitabha.